What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to The Rant, and today we're about to talk about the series of Game 7s that happened today. First off, we're going to talk about the Bucks and Celtics. This series went 7 games, man. You got Giannis versus Jason Tatum. You got Big Dog versus Big Dog. You got the Bucks going into the series without Chris Middleton. And what a game that we have today, man. We had a pretty, I wouldn't say a back and forth game. Well, I wouldn't say a lopsided game, but I would say the Celtics dominated this game for the most part. When you look at the box scores, you have guys like Grant Williams and Jason Tatum scoring over 20. You had Jaylen Brown getting 19 right after him, man. And I mean, this was just a big game for the Celtics, man. This was a big closeout game for a young team, who, I mean, by standards, weren't really a championship, not contender, but they didn't have championship experience in the past. You know, the Bucks won last year, so they were trying to rely on their championship experience, but it came back to bite them today, man. You saw Peyton Pritchard come off the bench for 14 as well. Man, you saw a lot of big shots being hit by Jason Tatum throughout the whole entire game. Went 5 for 9 from the three-point line, 7 for 14 from the field in general. And I mean, man, it was just a crazy game, y'all. Game was close until like the end of the third quarter. Then things started getting away, and this man, I mean, man, really, Giannis just needed his closer at the end of the day. I mean, Jrue Holiday had a 21-point effort, but on 9 of 21 shooting, so that was kind of difficult. Even Giannis on 10 of 26, he had 25 and 20, which is still crazy numbers. 25, 20, 9 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. I mean, those are still crazy numbers, but in a closeout game, man, you need somebody like Chris Middleton that's going to take some of the pressure off of him and shit. Just wasn't there for them tonight. Trying to see who else was as I'm looking through this. I'm trying to see who else was looking through this. You had Marcus Smart with 11 points, 10 assists. He had a double-double game. Didn't shoot it too well from the field, but really his double-double was really all they needed with the 7 rebounds. He played great defense, played tough defense on Giannis, forced him into a lot of tough shots, forced Jrue Holiday into a lot of tough shots. I mean, they played well. I feel like Brook Lopez came to play today. He had about 30. He had about 3 blocks, 15 and 10. Like, I feel like Brook came to play. I mean, through it all, I do feel like Giannis came to play as well. But I mean, the Celtics was just too much for the Bucks today, man. Now we're gonna see the Bucks, or not even the Bucks. Now we're gonna see how the Celtics fare in the next series. They're gonna play a team that's just as tough defensively as them. They're gonna be able to knock down some threes. They're gonna be able to penetrate and kick. They're gonna have a presence down low with Bam. So we're gonna see how this works, man. But if I had to choose one for that next series, I will probably go. It's gonna be a tough series. I might go with Boston in 7, though. Boston in 7. I feel like these teams are pretty well matched. I feel like the Celtics have better and more reliable scoring right now, and they have a little bit more size. But Miami, I mean, they had Jimmy Buckets. Max Strus has been able to hit some shots. Tyler Hero coming off the bench, if he's able to hit some shots. Who else? Who else do they have? We'll see what happens with Kyle Lowry in the next series. But yeah, I mean, it's not too much for me to say about this Celtics game. This is I won't say a lopsided win, but it was a lopsided win. I mean, it's really not too much to say. Next, going to the next series, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Phoenix Suns. And guys, I want to get this out the way right now. I am a Warriors fan. I am a Warriors stan. I'm not too biased towards them. I am honest about them, though. I am honest about how I feel about how things go. You feel me? Like, some of y'all might not think some stuff is pretty obvious, but I think it's obvious because I'm a big-time Warriors fan, and I watch them a lot, so I know how it goes. In this next series, I'm telling you guys, as a Warriors fan, I wanted Dallas to win this game. And I am ecstatic, happy, jumping off the walls that Dallas won this game, and they won it in dominant fashion. This game was lopsided. On the Phoenix Suns side, you have nobody over 12 points. The leading scorer of this game was Cam Johnson with 12 points. The point guard guy, CP, did not come to play. Devin Booker did not come to play. DeAndre Ayton did not come to play. There's no way you're DeAndre Ayton going against a team that plays small ball with you the whole game, and you have 5 shots. You have 4 rebounds, 5 points. That's unacceptable. Chris Paul, 8 shots, 4 for 10. It makes it look a lot better, but before the fourth quarter, he had like 2 points. He scored a lot of these in the fourth quarter. He only took like 3 or 4 shots or something. Like, they was, I don't even want to say they was clamping him and they was on him, but he didn't do enough. D-Book, he came out firing, but it was like once he started hitting shots, I mean, it was just tough for him to come back from it. D-Book was a minus 14. I mean, minus 41 on the floor. Nobody really had a positive plus minus besides what? Aaron Holiday, JaVale McGee, who in my opinion should have got a lot more minutes this series, but you got D-Book. Yeah, D-Book minus 41, Chris Paul minus 39, Miles Bridges minus 40, Jay Crowder minus 37, and DeAndre Ayton minus 23. Man, no, this is a horrible outing for the Suns, I would say. I wouldn't, you know what I said? They didn't come to play, but honestly, it's one of those games where, I mean, the ball just probably wasn't just going in for them. I mean, I don't want to put too much on them, but at the same time, I mean, you got to look at you got to compare the team. Man, you're the best team in the league. You're a top 5 defense. And then you lose to a team virtually only led by Luka Doncic, and you were up 0-2. So it's like, how can you really take this for real? Luka Doncic came out firing on all cylinders. Step back threes, fadeaways, posting guys up and just leaving them off with post moves, assisting the ball. He had about 10 rebounds, but 8 of those came in the first quarter. How many assists? 4 assists. He had 2 steals. I mean, he was out there just playing with him. It was like he was the veteran out there. He was the #1 team playing against the lower seed. Like, it looked bad. And virtually, when you look at the teams, Luka is virtually by himself. I mean, he has no consistent scorers with him. Spencer Dinwiddie came and played how I always felt like he was going to play this series. He came out and had 30 in 25 minutes. On 5 of 7 from 3-point line, 11-15 shooting from the field. You got Jalen Brunson with 24 points, 11-19 from the field. I mean, they played great. Maxi Kleber, he didn't have a big game like he usually has, but he went 1 for 1 from the 3-point line, 3 points, and that's the only shot that he shot for the game. But I mean, that's all he had to do this game. This game was really headed. If you look at the box score, nobody had over 5 points, but Dinwiddie, Brunson, and Luka. And I mean, that 3-guard attack, that 3-guard three-headed goat, man. That shit just took him out today, man. Yeah, it's a crazy series. A lot of talking. If you look at the tweets, you had the Lil Wayne calling Luka a hoe on Twitter. You know, you had a lot of stuff. You had D-Book going back and forth with Luka. You had CP saying little stuff, CP flopping, doing all this extra stuff throughout the series. So this is a crazy series, man. If you watch the series and stayed in tune with it, this was a crazy series to watch. It's honestly mind-blowing the fact that Luka won the series and he won it in this fashion. Winning 90-123, was up by almost, well, I think they were up by 50 at one point, up by 30. I mean, at halftime, Luka had the same amount of points as the Suns at halftime. I mean, this is a crazy game, man. So, yeah, I mean, that was the games today, man. It wasn't really too much to take from this, but from the fact that, I mean, now Phoenix and Boston, I mean, and Milwaukee's gonna have to make some decisions. And honestly, I feel like Milwaukee is going to try to use this as like an excuse not to trade Chris or Drew Holiday, because I am of the belief that Chris has to go. I feel like they can get a higher quality star by packaging maybe Chris, maybe even Drew for somebody else. I won't say both of them, but one of them with some other people. I feel like they can package them and get a star. I feel like Donovan is a disgruntled star somewhere where he might want to come somewhere like Milwaukee. He wants to win. He wants to come somewhere and play with somebody dominant. I feel like Donovan Mitchell is a choice. I feel like other guys are choices too, but they're kind of long shots right now. Zach LaVine is a guy who might want to come in. I mean, you just never know. So, but I honestly feel like Chris Middleton and those guys are going to be back. That core group, they're going to run that back and try to get some more pieces. And then as far as Phoenix, it's going to be decisions are going to have to be made, man. They didn't extend DeAndre Ayton more for reason just to have him play harder and earn that contract that he's looking for. But it's like, shit, they just lost. So it's like, now what? Are you going to see that as like, maybe we need to move, let that piece walk, and then we develop and get new pieces other places and have more money to spread it around, or have more money to sign somebody else? Like, you never know what direction Phoenix is going to go in. I mean, they just lost, so they're probably not really thinking about it too much, but that's something to keep an eye on. But this next series, Dallas versus Golden State, I told you guys I'm a Golden State fan at the beginning of the video, so you know I'm going for Golden State. And not even just because I'm a Golden State fan, obviously, but I just feel like Golden State has the defense, if not more defense than the Suns have, but then they have more firepower as a team as far as an offensive end. I feel like Poole is going to be hard to stop off the bench. I feel like Clay is he just got his rhythm back. I feel like Clay is going to be hard to stop. Steph Curry is obviously going to be hard to stop. Draymond's defensive intensity is honestly going to take him places. And if I'm going to stay, I'm not playing with Luka. I'm doubling him. First possession of the first game, I'm doubling him, and I'm doing it the whole series. Let Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie beat you if you have to, man. Don't let Luka Doncic get hot, then being able to start facilitating, getting the ball here, there, and that's how you start to lose to the Dallas Mavericks, man. But yeah, for the first series, I said I had Boston in 7. I'll take the Warriors in 5. I do feel like they can get them out of there in 5. They just got to come ready to play, come locked in. And yeah, man, let me know in the comment section on Instagram or whatever what you guys feel, how you guys feel like the playoffs are going to end. What are your thoughts about the Suns getting blown out like this? What are y'all thoughts about the Celtics moving on and having probably, I mean, if the Celtics were to win this series, man, or win this championship, this would be probably one of the most historic runs of all time. Because this would be a crazy run, knocking off the Celtics, knocking off the Bucks, knocking off the Heat. Then who you would, and in my opinion, it would be the Warriors if they knocked them off. I mean, I would pick the Warriors to beat them, but if they beat the Warriors, I mean, that would just cap off a crazy run. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And we'll come back with some more videos, guys. I apologize if this is kind of like weird right now. I'm trying to figure out the setup and how I want the channel to really go. So just keep coming with me. We're gonna keep getting better. So just keep following along with me. Keep coming along with me on this journey. This channel is about to blow up, y'all. So stay tuned. Like I said, let me know what y'all feel in the comment section and hit me up on Instagram at IamDLace. And we out.